September 19, 2016. You're looking at images of the remains of Julia. Now it's moved back north and it's off the North Carolina coast. Notice how these feeder bands are doing two things. One, offshore, you see it's still producing the large cloud tops, and onshore, watch as the feeder bands go into North Carolina and those strong thunderstorms develop on top of those lines. Has a lot to do with that front that's being pushed all the way across the nation. This is on the infrared imaging. You can see the moisture now as I stop it that's in North Carolina. That's important because I'm getting more and more reports of gasoline shortages and gasoline outages. It's moved from Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, and Virginia. They say it could move all the way up to New York. A couple of things about this weather. If you're in Alabama, near Birmingham, just south there in Shelby County where the break is, every time you see it rain, that much longer it's going to take them to fix this pipeline, because you know how pipelines are. They're just kind of dirt roads out in the middle of nowhere. When they start digging around them, you have a lot of problems. But this is a closer look, and you can see the exact areas now that are catching this weather. What will be interesting to see is tomorrow how this front affects a storm. Will it push it completely out of the Gulf Stream that it's trying to hang into now? Also here, this particular low pressure system we tracked in coming in under Miami. We saw it almost going to Texas, rake across Louisiana. And guys, I was down at my boat yesterday and then we were getting extremely gusty winds in that area, and you can see how it moved across the Florida Upper Peninsula. Now, again, the rain that came through here the last couple of days, right over the pipeline. Here's what they're saying. People are reporting to AAA different things, where the shortages are, where the prices are the worst. And there's all 6 states now, I think, are about to go under a state of emergency. And that allows them to ease up on some of the limits on how much gas can be trucked in. You know, you're supposed to, anyway, so they're going to ease up some of the highway rules and regulations to get that in under that state of declaration. But you know you're dealing with 6 states. Well, the reason I'm mixing both videos up is you could have some floods in some low-level areas. One, the Gulf storm, guys, is going to inhibit the work and just south of Birmingham on this Colonial Pipeline. The other is if you need gas and need to get out of some of the low-lying areas like we just looked at in North Carolina, make sure you can do that. Make sure you have enough petrol if you can get it. But guys, I noticed on the comments of the last video about this particular pipeline burst, more and more people in the comment section are coming in and letting us know where they're running out of gas. They're talking about gas gouging, and all the states now have this emergency gas gouging law, where if you get caught doing it, you can get in a lot of trouble. But you can see here the Shell supplier is on this particular fuel pump. They're out of certain grades, and what they're saying, these store owners, is that when they contact the suppliers, they're saying, we don't know when we're going to get any more. Again, this is an image of where the pipeline burst, again, south of Birmingham, Shelby County. They're saying between 250, 350,000 gallons leaked at that point. And what they're doing now is bypassing, putting a little loop around the bad spot. Now, I don't know exactly what caused it. There was an earthquake in that area around that time. I'm going to look into that a little closer. But what I'd like to ask everyone to do is come on this video, if you're in the 6 states we're talking about, and let us know anything you know about gas outages or price gouging, and just to kind of see what the pulse is on this. With the terrorist attacks that we've seen over the weekend, all mainstream media has ignored this, and this could turn into a major event. It could be a major test to see the reaction. Do not let this out of your sights until this is resolved, guys. If it gets any worse than some places are talking about, you're going to have major shutdowns in areas. It's a heads up. Be safe.